It is round 12 of the Telstra Premiership, and through the last 11 weeks, this Panthers side have managed to accumulate just 8 competition points. It is approaching the desperate stage. They were disappointing at home last week. Craig Gower can look to a positive. His record here at Brookvale is fairly strong. Penrith over the years have won on 8 occasions here. They've had a good recent record against Manly. In fact, they've won 4 of their last 5 clashes. They need every positive they can get, and Preston Campbell closing in on the 500 career points. We'll be hoping for many shots today. Manly welcome back their origin stars, Kennedy and Watmo. It makes an enormous difference to their forward pack. They love Sunday afternoon football. They love Brookvale. And this young man, he loves scoring a 4-pointer at this ground. Quite an incredible strike rate. Out on the wing, Chris Hicks, former Panther. Manly's Player of the Year from 2004. 3rd versus 13th this afternoon. It was the reverse this time last year. Manly was 13th, Penrith were 3rd. And we have our State of Origin referee, Paul Simpkins, who blows time on. Manly to run from right to left for the first half. 9 Sunday football. And it's King with the first hit up. And ran straight into the Panthers captain, Craig Gower. And he really does rev up the troops, the skipper. Second tackle outside the 20. And Randall working dummy half for Kite. And there's aggression there from Waterhouse. Swarming tackle. Kite 29 metres out from his own line. Now first touch for Kennedy. And he's taken the ground by Rodney. Into the starting side for Nullavow. Had his best game of the season last week, Shane Rodney, against the Sharks. Monahan's kick from 35 metres out from his own line. Doesn't quite have the angle to be a 40-20. Rooney back there for it from his own goal line. And a wall of Manly defenders there, 15 metres out from the Penrith goal line.
It is a very good kick to start off proceedings for Michael Monahan. Not much room to work in there, but he found good space and good distance. And the chase was a fine one as well. First tackle, 21 out from the Manly line.
Now Wesser slips into dummy half and goes for a little dart there. He's through the first tackle. Finished off over the top by Watmo. Wesser had hold of Watmo's jumper there. And now Clinton, or rather Ross, follows up with a charge. The Queensland front rower 40 metres out from his own line. Kennedy there to lock horns with Watmo. Across with Gower, they work left. This is Pritchard. Little left foot step when he got to Witt. Gets inside the Manly half. Finished off by Menzies. Last tackle for Penrith. Their first set of 6 for the match. Kick's going to come from Gower, kicking with purpose to the corner of Donald. And this kick is just going to trickle over that dead ball line. 20-metre restart for Manly. Let's go down to the sideline this afternoon. Tim Gilbert.
Andrew Voss, absolutely wonderful conditions here. 18 degrees, blue sky, a crisp but only slight breeze behind Manly in the first half. What a difference a season makes. That's the penalties given by referee Simpkins. Last year, 72-12. Panthers beat Manly the last time these two teams met. They'll be happy with a 1-point win this afternoon.
And then they went on to win 3 of their next 4 games, and that finished to last year, carried on to the start of this season. But it was a real toweling that day as King takes the run off the free kick. Tackle 1, 5 metres inside the Panthers half. Tackler was Waterhouse. Now Randall to centre field, put down by Monahan. And the Panthers will get a scrum fee.
And defensively, Penrith are looking to look after Preston Campbell as the mistake is made. Michael Monahan just having a look before he caught the football. And for that set of 6, Preston Campbell defended on the right wing outside Luke Lewis. And they come this way again.
Now Campbell put a step on and got away from Monahan. Little swerve. Grabbed in the tackle of Watmo. Galea, they come centre field with Rodney. Running headlong into Randall there and King. Kennedy's there to add his weight to the tackle.
A big doubt whether Preston Campbell played that football properly.
39 metres away from the line. Here's Waterhouse. He too put a little left step as he got to Kite. But they've got field position now, 30 metres out from the Manly line. Gower has them working to the right. Links up with Galea. He's got on his outside and uses Lewis. Trying to stand and break through the tackle. Just 10 metres from the line. Gower at dummy half. Panthers on a roll. It's in the hands now of Prentice. Taken low, taken well by Menzies. Last tackle for the Panthers. Wesser dummy half. Back to the right. Juggle from Campbell. That was played at by Monahan off the boot. Penrith go back for the ball with Clinton, and the tackle count restarts. No problems with the decision there of referee Simpkins. Here's Ben Ross. 11 metres from the Manly line. Kennedy's in there again with Randall and Monahan. Pressure really on the home team here. Pritchard, big step. Try-saving tackle by King. He had nothing more than the collar. They come left. Gower switch there with Wesser. And that play breaks down as Witt's there to make the tackle. 9 metres now from the Manly line. Gower, blindside shot, the pass from Prentice, ends up over the sideline. And Manly, they repel that challenge from the Panthers. It's good stuff.
Well, they survived. How did they survive? Jason King somehow just got a hand on Frank Pritchard, who was going in under the posts. A handful of jersey between 4, which would have been 6 points, and this scrum feed for the home team.
It was a fair show of strength from King to pull in Pritchard. So Manly back with the ball and a lovely tackle low on Hicks. And flying in there was Galea. And this Manly side now inside their 20. That ball was lost by one, no, but Simpkins says reefed away. Penalty to Manly. It is right on the 20. And it was the hand of Rodney that Simpkins isolated there. Manly inside the Panthers half, and Kite takes the first one, looking to press his claims for Origin number 2. He played all 3 Origin games last year. Randall, and that ball he doesn't pass as Lewis went for it. Randall's able to steal 10, 22 metres from the line. And a dummy half they run with Stevenson. He does a lot of this. The number 4 for Manly. That time into the clutches of Rodney and Ross, 15 away from the line with Monahan. Turns it away for Kite. He's lost the ball in the tackle. And Rodney comes up with it for Penrith. Couple of soft turnovers so far from Manly. And pressure off the Panthers as Pritchard able to weave his way outside the 20. That drop ball from the man on screen, Brent Kite. This is Rooney at a dummy half for Penrith. Randall there with Kite. And they're now 35 away from their own goal line. This is Clinton. Got his first career try last week against the Sharks. He's now in his 81st first-grade game. It was quite a wait. Prentice now with Waterhouse. And Waterhouse into the arms there of King, who has started this game well, the Manly front rower. On tackle 4, Prentice to the right. Wesser takes a run at Kennedy. It's not over-adventurous by any means what we're seeing in attack from Penrith. Very workmanlike their set so far. Gower to kick on the last. This is going to come down on the wing of Hicks, looking into the sun. He doesn't get anywhere near it. Back with Pritchard, still the last tackle, hoping to keep it alive. He's done that with Galea, and again for Gower. He gets a second kick in. He's found space, coming through as Lewis. Was he onside? He's come up with the ball. The crowd's not too rapt about it. And Simpkins says try. 4-0 to the Panthers. A double kick, if you like, from the Panthers in that one play.
And Manly seem to have had that last play covered fairly comfortably. They let the ball bounce. Frank Pritchard, he didn't kick the football, but he had time to find the centre. It goes from Galea on to frees it there. You can see he's come from well behind the kicker over here as play continues. Luke Lewis definitely onside. Simpkins got a call from the touch judge, and Lewis crosses out wide. They kept the ball alive, they kept trying, and they were rewarded.
I don't know how many times I've seen that over the years. The second kick is always the most dangerous one. When your side is defending, the opposition put a bomb up and you defuse it. If the opposition get it back and put a second kick in, you're not ready for it. Everyone's gone across for the first kick. The ball came back to Gower. He found open spaces, and Luke Lewis was just prowling out there looking for the opportunity. Perfect start for the Panthers. Totally different body language from them today. Last week against the Sharks, slow to start, heads down, no confidence. This could be just what they need.
Campbell from 21 metres out. He had a few in practice just a short while ago. Bangs over another one. So 9 Sunday football. Panthers off to the start. They lead 6-0. Campbell in the last stage of his warm-up had plenty of shots from that right-hand side of the ground. On the bench for Penrith, they're out of action. Nullavow and Pulatua. Pulatua's injury long-term. Nullavow's, they're hoping to have him back on the field next weekend. Restart of play. Wes's pass was marginal there to Ben Ross. It was in goal.
They were led to believe that the injury to Joe Nullivow is a broken bone in the toe. Something he's battled with for at least a week or so. Bit of rest on the sideline for him this afternoon. This man's doing a fine job since coming into the run on side, Frank Pritchard.
Frank Pritchard just short of the 30-metre line. Every time you see him, he looks bigger and stronger. Prittis takes a dash at them. Again, King and Randall involved in the defensive work. Now 38 away from their own line. 6-0, Panthers in front. Gower switches back inside. Wesser straight through. Here's two speedsters. It's Wesser on Stewart. Goes straight past Stewart. Race lightning. Wesser gets over. An exhibition of speed. Great confidence, and the Panthers have got their second.
That was like a 100-metre Olympic sprinting final, wasn't it? You've got Stewart up against Wesser. But Wesser, he had the room to manoeuvre in, and that's where he's dangerous, up the middle of the ruck. Crossfield, he gets it to Wesser. If he frees it there, you can see that a gap has opened up between these two defenders, two bigger defenders than Wesser as play continues, and he's able to burst through, in fact, hardly touched, and then he just pinned the ears back. Went for the corner, a little bit of a move on Brett Stewart. Once he was behind that defensive line, you thought, well, they're not going to stop him.
Oh dear, Brett Stewart. I've heard you quick. You want to race? I'll say go. Go! Too quick for you. He'd heard all about Brett Stewart, this young, quick fella from Manly. Got into the backfield, had one look at him and said, OK, Tiger, what do you got? Just slowed down, waited for him, said go, and was too quick. That is blinding speed. What an athlete. It is so exciting to see a player like that in open spaces, and especially someone that will back his ability to run around people and score tries.
And here's Campbell's second attempt of the day, always right of the upright. But a 10-0 start to Penrith after just 11 minutes. Lewis and Wesser coming up with tries. Now 7 o'clock Monday, the buzzer is back. Join Ed Phillips and Lavinia Nixon for the biggest premiere of 2005, Temptation, the new sale of the century. 7 o'clock tomorrow night on Channel 9.
Somehow this season we need to find out who is the quickest man in rugby league. Is this kick well taken by Lewis? We have such a predominance of quick men, it's remarkable. Leon Bott, the two men on screen this afternoon in that try. Billy Slater, throw them all in. Let's find out.
Ty Williams, Matty Bowen.
Now Prittis away for Clinton, fired up with that run. It's up to the 30. It is a real treat, this battle of front rowers today. Kite and King against Ross and Clinton. And at the moment, Penrith, the forwards, they are winning the contest. Pritchard there made 15 metres. Prittis away, Gower. Thought of a cutout ball. He had Waterhouse on his right. Little Preston screaming for the ball a little further wide. It's 35 metres away from the Manly goal line. Last tackle here. All the running with Penrith at the moment. Campbell's kick. High. He's going to run everyone onside. It'll come down for Stewart. No one gets a hand on it. Again, it bounces free. Prittis comes up with it. That's the last tackle. It's become a real lottery, this high ball today at Brookvale. Second bomb. No one getting a hand on it. Hicks able to run back to the 20. They have to come from behind Manly. There's Watno, big meters. He's over the 40. And then look to swerve away from Wesser. This was left behind after the previous play, only now jogging back onside. Played by Terry Hill. Randall on halfway for King. Got it from a standing start. Then not able to offload in the Ross tackle. 45 from the Panthers line. Manly in possession with Monahan. Inside runner there is Kennedy with a one-handed pass for King. Nice work on with Witt. Then out for Terry Hill. Tried to stand up Galea. Then was looking to flick it out the back for Hicks. Good challenge by Galea on the veteran centre. Last tackle with Monahan. A kick and chase. Monahan is after it. West is across there. And the pressure is off over the dead ball line. We'll take a break on 9 Sunday footy. Brookvale crowd is nervous at 10-0 to the Panthers. In this round 12 clash of the Telstra Premiership. And Joel Clinton on the restart of play. They've averaged crowds of just under 16,000 here this year at Brookvale. And again, a lot of colour here today at Brooky. Waterhouse has picked up and offloads back for Campbell. And now the little will-o'-the-wisp almost back to the 40. Kennedy there with Kite. Panthers, though, there's so much more confidence in their play today. Here's Pritchard. Short of halfway, and to play the ball for Pritis. They get inside Manly territory and attacking, and there's runners in motion. That was Ben Ross down the short side. Witt there to make the tackle. He'll be penalised.
This one here. 2 in a row.
That's a nice leg up for Penrith.
An important mental battle now for Manly. They've built their season on defence. They get to the front, they protect the lead with their defence. Now they find themselves 10 points in arrears. They won't want to concentrate too much on trying to chase the points with the attack. It's their defence that's got to improve at the moment. They've got to make sure the Panthers don't score again.
Clinton is picked up and backslammed and loses the ball on tackle 1.
Beaver Menzies leads the way. That's
That
exactly
is big combat, big tackle, Gus.
That is exactly what you're talking about. That's the leader saying, fellas, we'll do it with our defence. Forget about the scoreboard. Let's pick these big fellas up, slam them on their back, and show them what we're all about. Took his headgear off too. That's the way to do it. That's the way you chase points. Chase it with your defence.
Ball comes out for Manly. So in the contest, they took 31 minutes last week to get their first try against Parramatta.
And on the other side of that, of course, Andrew, they haven't conceded a try in the second half of their last 2 games as Kennedy
Got it. Oh, Stewart has got through. He's over halfway now, sends Donald on the fly. Pritis comes across. Sattler-like with the tackle. 21 metres away from the Panthers line. Pritis on Donald. What a highlight. Now Watmo. And with it is Monahan. The Panthers were offside. Advantage is played for Witt. He's 10 from the line. And the tackle made, and still it is pressure on Penrith. Monahan with a weaving run across field. Standing in the tackle of Pomeroy. Kept alive for Randall. He comes out the back with a fend, then cops an ankle tap. It was Pomeroy again. Last tackle with Manly. Monahan will kick for the corner. This is up there for Rooney to take. And Rooney has the catch for a 20-metre restart.
Exciting football there from Manly. A poor end of the set of 6. He rushed it a little bit there, Monahan. A grubber kick would have been better. Ben Kennedy backing up from Origin. Beautiful pass there. They just couldn't quite get it on the run. Donald then sets his sights on the try line. But Luke Pritis, sensational cover defence. Knocks him over, saves the try.
And Clinton returns. Commitment plus there from Pritis on the flying Donald. Now Lewis, the Panthers' first try scorer. Nice change of direction, gets him up almost to halfway. Witt, the tackler for Manly. Campbell, left side play with Gower, then inside for Pritchard. Danger again. Big Frankie boy takes on Stewart. He's 10 from the line. Great tackle, Stewart. He was conceding at least 20 kilos there in the head-on-head contest. And now Pritis clears himself of Stewart. And then flicks it out the back in the hill tackle. Galea with the ball. Last tackle for Penrith. 10 away. They've got 2 tries on the board already. Here is Gower. He steadies the kick. This one's over for Lewis. It comes down for Pomeroy. Comes loose for Donald. And 10 metres out from the Manly line, you'd have to say that was a try saver from Lewis. I would have backed Donald to run the 90 metres. Here he is again. Scott Donald. Outside the 30-metre line. Crowd unhappy with the 10 metres being kept by referee Simpkins at the moment. Here's Kennedy. He's over the 40 as Manly have done well to work away out of trouble. Randall, Monahan, on with Menzies. And Menzies is pushed back by Pritchard. Gower was the number 7 down low. They're 8 metres inside their own half. Randall remains unsigned at the moment by the Manly club, as does his captain Michael Monahan. Release there was Ben Ross. Last tackle with Witt to provide the kick this time. He's got Rooney running back. This one is found touch just out from the corner post. 10-0 to the Panthers.
Yes, nice kick out of dummy half there from Michael Witt. Picks up field position. Jason King, the first interchange player for the home team. Kylie Lulawai into the action now. Nice start from King. It was a quality 17.5 minutes. And how do you put a value on Luke Pritis in this Penrith team? I know that Craig Gower is the heart and soul in many ways. But further evidence of what Pritis means to that team with that try saver on Scott Donald.
It just shows how much he cares, Peter. Like, if he doesn't care, he's not loitering back there waiting for the line break. He's just looking after his own job. He protects other people in his team. That's what teamwork's all about.
Panthers with it, 15 out from their own line. Jason King, 12 tackles, 3 hit-ups in his start to the game. Rodney almost back to the 30 now in the Stevenson tackle. And Pritis away this time for Ben Ross as he ran straight at Randall. He does well to take the big front rower front on. They're on the 40, the Panthers. Pritis away with Pritchard. But what a dynamic start it has been to the match from Frank Pritchard. Filling in ably for Nullavow and Pulatua. He's basically playing the role of two when it comes to attacking impact. Played there by Clinton. Last tackle, 42 metres out from the line. Campbell's kick to the corner. This one isn't going to stay in the field of play. It's gone touch in goal. Let's go down to the sideline. Tim Gilbert.
Just following on from what you were saying about Luke Pritis, we spoke to a few of the Panthers camp before this game. They wanted this to be the day their season turns around. The look of determination in his eyes, he ran straight past it. It took your breath away. He's so determined, Pritis, this afternoon.
Ulawai determined too for Manly with that run. Collected by Waterhouse. Randall a dummy half inside with Kite. Keeps it going. Here's Watmo. Watmo up towards halfway. He just barrels over the top of Rodney and was taken by Waterhouse. Manly get a roll of their own going now with Kite. He ran straight at Waterhouse to the 40-metre line. Randall a dummy half. Crossman took off early out of the defensive line. Monahan with a dummy. Goes through. Kennedy's left. And on his right is his 5'8" Witt. And Witt's over for the try on the back of a burst from the captain, Monahan. Good stuff, Manly. 10-4 the score.
They've worked their way well back into this game after conceding an early 10 points. And again, it was an overread on the man carrying the football, Michael Monahan. He'd let it go all afternoon, or for the opening part of this game as we freeze it there. You can see that by shaping the pass to this man, he's put these two defenders in two minds as play continues. Throws the dummy, slides through, and then it's just a matter of timing the pass and finding the support player Michael Witt, which he did on the chest. 10-6, all of a sudden, the start hasn't been so bad.
Well, that was lazy marker defence. I know they went through the line a little bit wider than that, but the marker didn't come out and help his next defender, and he really had to mark up on Ben Kennedy. Ben Kennedy trailing on the inside should have been the second marker's man. The first defender took Ben Kennedy, and Monahan was able to slip through that hole, opened up space, good support play. Manly are never done at Brookvale, boy. Here they come.
Witt to convert his third try of the season. Sunday football on Channel 9, 21 gone. It's 10-6 to the Panthers. Viewers up there in PNG watching the match this afternoon. Nice to have your company. I know it's been a big week for you. You pick your side, Queensland or New South Wales. It's been a great week for rugby league. Sunday football on 9 with Preston Campbell restarting play. A few weeks back there, the Panthers had a big lead against the Raiders and let that slip. Got 18 on the board on that night. Manly back in possession. And Lulawai with his second run, he's up to the 30.
Garrett Crossman on, just made that tackle there in jersey 14.
Kennedy will play it outside the 40. Pritis in defence, rolled away. Randall makes another 6 or 7 metres, got away from Rodney. Tackled by Crossman, and now Monahan, who set up the try. He ran straight into Pomeroy. Ball and all tackle. Last it is now for Manly. 39 away as Pulatua it is. Frank Pulatua stalking the touchline. Witt's put up a shocking bomb. It's come off the side of the boot. Again, no one wants to play it at first. It comes down for Lulawai. Play on for Manly. Witt's going to get his second kick in. And this one, he's turned them around and he's going to find the line near the corner. He's done it again, Michael Witt.
The second kick's always the good one. The second kick's always the good one. Just needed one to warm up.
Well, why don't they take their second kick first then?
I don't know. The first one's a shocker. Straight off the side of the boot, up into the air. They let it bounce. Manly will come up with it again. Around the corner. This time he's got more time. Steadies himself. Nice little drop punt. Down into the corner. Inch perfect. So probably should have been the first kick he used.
So Penrith away, and it is Luke Rooney, one of the try scorers from Origin last Wednesday night, into his Origin teammate Kennedy. Rodney has been busy on the back of his good performance last week. He missed a lot of the start of the season because of a foot injury suffered in training. Crossman with a run. He's been a part of all games this year for Penrith. Pushed sideways in the tackle there of Watmo. Now Clinton. Almost a skip as he got to the defensive line there of Kennedy. Pritis is going to kick out a dummy half from outside the 40 this one. It's come a little wide. It's out by a couple of metres over the sideline.
Yeah, give a bloke a rap.
It wasn't the last tackle.
He'd like a second shot at that, I think. Johnny Lang on the sideline there. And what you're seeing here at the moment is a typical example of a team that is used to winning, Manly, against a team that is struggling to win, the Panthers. And even though they got off to a 10-0 start, you can feel Manly coming back into this game.
Manly after a run by Hill, and then Hicks got away from Galea. Waterhouse there to finish with Frank Pulatua. On the bench now for Manly, a man who's had a very controversial week, Shane Dunley. Luai with a carry forward for Manly. 3 in the tackle, still offloaded for Randall. Overlap here on the left side, Kennedy. Kennedy tries to slip it, he's lost it. And the call comes, it's a knock on.
Yeah, I'm sure Shane Dunley's very happy that the game after having his appeal upheld is a home game. And it has been quite a preparation for him for this important one. And he'll need to be watched out of dummy half. He's been explosive out of there as he was last season.
Gower from the scrum base. Pomeroy comes up with an error knockback, says Simpkins. Campbell will make the most of it. There is Menzies again. Big or small, he can chop them down. Gower away for Frank Pulatua. And Frank Pulatua makes 15 metres. Good run. He's first of the match. And then Witt has to get some sort of leg lock to get him to ground. Here's Waterhouse. He went past a flying defender. That was Luai who rushed up. Came up with nothing. Prentice had a dummy half. Good start to the set here from Penrith. And now with a couple of tackles remaining, they're 45 metres out from the Manly line. Campbell drifts across, finds Rodney. Had to leap in the air to catch the pass, and Kennedy makes the tackle. Last it is with Penrith, 32 away. The captain Gower with a kick. Someone's got to catch one of these on the full, surely. Yes, they do this time. It's Galea. Flicks it out the back. It's with Rogers. He's got Rooney on his outside. He put a kick in. And Manly come up with the ball with Hicks.
Well, that was Ben Rogers' first touch of the afternoon. He came on for Frank Pritchard. And I think he actually dropped the football in attempting to kick it, so it would have been a knock-on anyway as Manly work it out from their own end.
Lee comes up with a front-on shot on Hill. He liked that. Denny Galea in the centres for Penrith. And Manly now with Watmo getting into the thick of it. Taken low there by Prentice, last tackle. Only a 30-metre gain in this set. They do get the kick away from inside the 40, but it's straight down the centre to a flying Wesser. Wesser with one try already. And this time, you know who's got him? It's Menzies back with the headgear on. Yet another classic tackle. Campbell, step, weave, duck, and he makes 20. 45 away from the line. And Rooney comes in from the left wing to take a run. He makes another 10. Now 35 away. Luai in defence for the Manly side. Prentice a dummy half. Then he links up with Pulatua. And Frank Pulatua turned around as if he was going to offload, but Dunley had him low with Prentice. Gower, a jink back infield, finds Crossman. Good defence. The ball's been knocked down by Prentice. Into the hands there of Frank Pulatua. He looks to show a bit of footwork. That's the last tackle for Penrith. They've got Campbell right, they've got Gower left, they come to the right. Campbell, he decides to run. Terrible ball for Waterhouse. Manly up with it and their captain. And Monahan tackled 19 metres out from the line.
And Johnny Lang working his interchange bench very hard in the opening 27 minutes. All 4 players now into the action as a penalty.
We will break a 9 Sunday footy. It's 10-6 to the Panthers. Back with play here at Brookvale. Manly finding the line. About to launch another assault on the Panthers' defence. They're down by 4. They're chasing 10 straight wins at home today. They are the only unbeaten side at home in this year's Telstra Premiership. Here is Watmo, forced back at first impact on that tackle from Trent Waterhouse, whose stats are really getting up there. He's around the legs that time of Dunley, couldn't prevent the offload. Here's Witt, the try scorer. They come back infield with Harris. Harris is over to offload. Donald through the centre. Getting back there is Rogers and Wesser. 10 metres out from the line. Promising raid here by Manly. Monahan has them going left. Throws a short pass. Put down by Watmo. And it comes to an end at that as they pressured the Panthers line.
That's bad luck. That's really bad luck. Those short passes close to the try line have got to be so soft. So soft. The ball carrier Hasn't got to even be thinking about catching it. It's just got to land like a feather on his chest. That one was a bit hard, bounced off the shoulder. Watmo couldn't take it. It was a good opportunity. Really having a lot of success with their offloads.
Straight up, Terry.
From the scrum, just short of the 20, and here is Campbell. And linking up with Rogers, able to pass. That's a great ball. Galea away for Rooney. Tries to stand up. Hicks came back in field, and Hill got him. Terry Hill with a tackle, 8 metres short of halfway. Penrith with Campbell. Probably a bright attack in this match this afternoon. Another 10 metres made by Preston. Low on the tackle was Harris. Panthers are set to the right. Pritis feeds it along for Gower. He does likewise for Wesser. Finds Pomeroy. Pomeroy's got Lewis channeling inside. Got away from Watmo. Now Lewis inside the 20s, collected high by Lulawai. Right on the 20-metre line.
Look out, everyone just calm down. Let's just calm down. Bang. It's got him right on the chin. That's not a good one from Kylie Lulawai. Wrong-footed.
Yes, that is a bad one. And a big decision to be made here by the referee.
He's already served one sentence this year for a high tackle. That was from round 8 against the Broncos.
This one is right on the line.
Well, Paul Simpkins will be thinking about Adrian Morley earlier in the year. He'll be thinking about the flack he got from sending him off. The video referee this time has had a play. Let's see what it comes down to.
It's high, okay? You've got to get him right down. Right down, it's on report.
Tim Mander, video referee today. Let's stick with the action and react to the tackle a little later. Penrith with a quick tap. Crossman, 3 in there. He do get him to ground, but he put up quite a fight. Dunley the last man to roll away at marker. Now Pritis to Gower. And along for Campbell. He skips out Rogers with a pass, finding Galea. The battle continues. Galea v Terry Hill. 5 metres away from the Manly line. Rogers out of dummy half. Hill gets him as well. Now just 2 metres from the line. Penrith on the attack. Rooney's in a dummy half. They stand deep with Campbell. Then along, it's Gower. Inside it comes, and Swain has picked up on the tackle. Manly's defence holding firm here. It is 10-6 to the Panthers as Penrith back to the left. The stab kick from Campbell. Menzies goes back. Line drop out for Manly.
This is a good game of football, real good game of football. And you know, 2 years ago, or maybe even 12 months ago, this sort of open, flowing football would have suited the Panthers perfectly. And I would have been that confident that at the end of the game, they'd have won something like 36-20. But this is a Panthers team fighting for confidence. They're starting to get into their rhythm. They're starting to feel a little bit of the breeze in their hair as they throw the ball across the field and run into gaps. But can they nail the one that really restores their confidence?
Wesser with a trap off the boot and finds Frank Pulatura on the run. And up goes Frank Pulatura almost to the Manly 20. It's been anxious moment after anxious moment, it would seem, for the Manly defence. Here's Crossman. Another bumping run. The boy from Orange slips it around the corner for Pritis. 10 out. Links back up with Swain. Swain into the clutches there of Lulawai and Harris. And he's only 3 metres from the line now. Penrith looking to crack the Manly defence for a third time. Gower inside, Rogers, back it comes with Gower, on now for Galea. And the Manly defence is there with Hill and Hicks right on the Seagulls goal line. It's superb defence, it's good attack as well. This time they get there with Rogers. He's had a big involvement since coming on. And that time he just put his head down and ran.
And that's what Michael Monaghan was trying to do at the other end of the field for Anthony Watmo. Go to the line, put his support play in between defenders, and Penrith did it beautifully here. Goes to the line. The defence is a little bit staggered. You see this man coming in a touch too late. His play continues to close it up. And yeah, Rogers, he's really had an impact. Said with his first touch of the football, he nearly created a try on the far side. Well, this time he's got one for himself. Ooh, he's only just held it too.
Well, he let go of it. He let go of it. The ball will come out of his grasp. There. And I've seen worse disallowed. Benny Rogers, good young player. Normally a 5'8". He came on to replace Pritchard out there on the left-hand side. Playing more in a back rower's role and a link between the halves and the back line. Preston Campbell doesn't muck around with his shots at goal.
Doesn't, and from 18 metres in from touch. He's got his second conversion of the day. And the margin is 10, 16-6, 7 remaining first half. Tim Gilbert on the sideline.
Yes, Vossi. Craig Gower, of course, out to impress Origin selectors, but there's a whole heap of other Panthers players. Luke Lewis, Trent Waterhouse, Joel Clinton. They all want to get that message across. I'm still here, sir.
The attacking football from the Panthers this year has been pretty poor. But you can just see the mist starting to clear here today. I reckon they've come here today and say, well, you know, we can't die wondering. Let's just try and get back to where we were 12 months ago. Let the ball sing a little bit. Throw it out the back. Let Campbell, Wesser and Gower pick it up and then promote it again. You can see they're really trying to play themselves back into form. 3 tries has helped.
They've lost their last 3 going into today. The Panthers, played there by Crossman, and now Rogers. You can't question the involvement of the players coming in off the bench. They've been terrific. Crossman, Pulatua, Swain, Rogers. This is one of them in Swain. 5 short of halfway. Both teams making 4 changes thus far. Here is Prittis taking off for 10, make it 15. And Menzies with a tackle. Penrith growing in confidence. They are looking good. Here is Gower from 39 metres out. Places his kick to open space. He's got Stewart on the run, and Stewart in with the ball, and little Campbell there to make the tackle.
And that's a blast from the past. Campbell getting down and knocking off the fullback on a kick chase. They're the little things that have been lacking in their game. That gives your team a lift.
Only inside their 20. They've spent a bit of time there, having to try and run out of trouble. Down by 10 points, the home team. King's back out there. Lumbers forward into the tackle of Rooney and Frank Pulatua, and rolling off last is Crossman. Now Menzies. Again, Rogers is there over the top to lock up the ball. The low man was Swain that time. Manly on their own 40. Last tackle, the kick from Witt from just outside the 40. It's high and it's long, and it's gone past Wesser all the way back to the dead ball area of the Panthers. Wesser turns around. Exciting try he scored in this first half, and that time looking to break straight between Harris and Dunley. Now with Rooney. Will make another 10 metres, and they're good metres to make as well.
That was a poor chase from Manly. They went up pretty sparse on that far side of the field, and that's why they were able to pick up 20 metres in 2 rucks, the Penrith team. Now Waterhouse improves on that outside the 40.
17 tackles, 6 hit-ups for Waterhouse in this first half. Here is Gower to halfway. Offloading, batted along there by Swain, kept alive for Lewis. Trying to stand in the Monahan tackle. 48 metres away from the Manly line, the Panthers with Prittis. This is Crossman. And Crossman, who was in the starting side last week with Ross on Origin duty. Now Prittis, last tackle. They run it with Gower. Gower now kicks. He's turned around Donald, chasing his Pomeroy. It beats them all over the sideline. 4.5 minutes remaining this first half.
This is the most positive I've seen Craig Gower in a game of football this season. So far this year, he's done a little bit of kicking, a little bit of running, a little bit of passing, but he's getting his hands on the ball today. He's following his forwards. He's hunting down the short sides. He wants the ball 2 rucks in a row. That's the Craig Gower we know. That's the one that leads his side to victory.
Manly from the scrum win, and Stevenson was just shrugged to ground, thrown to ground by Wesser. Tossed him away, and now Hicks will spin away from the tackle there of Galea. Terrible play the ball, 15 out from his own line. And now Terry Hill with a bumping run. That time tackled by Gower. They're 29 from their own line, and Witt turns it inside for King this time. And King is met front on by Waterhouse. Inside their 40, Monahan looked at the defensive line, then unloads for Kennedy. He was spinning around and looking to offload, but a good tackle by Swain. Rex Mossop among the Manly faithful today. And the deep kick from Monahan, fielded first bounce for Wesser to run back. He's got it in second gear. He'll look to slip it up and then decides to offload to Rooney. I thought that Rooney had overrun the play. I thought, well, no, what I thought, I know that Rooney didn't know what Wesser was thinking. He was ready to get into dummy half, and then Wesser said, here, you take it. I think I got out of that one. Here's Pulatua, short of the 40-metre line.
Not as well as Luke Rooney did.
Prittis, 39 metres out from the line, and here is Rogers, one of the 3 try scorers today for Penrith. Only playing his 8th first-grade game today. The number 18 for Penrith, and Gower's kick from just inside his own half. He's looking for that sideline. Stewart's across for it. And 10 out from his own line. And taken front on by Galea. No flaws in Galea's game today. Terry Hill headed to centre field, straight into the arms of Swain.
And a 10-point margin at half-time would be a pretty fair indication of the difference between the two sides in this first 40. If they concede any more, Manly, then they're in big trouble second half. If Manly can get something in these last couple of minutes, there would be a huge boost to their second half chances.
Panthers defence with Frank Pulatua on Sam Harris. And now with Dunley. Finds Menzies running a straight line, stood in the Pomeroy tackle. Dunley away with Donald, headed back infield into the tackle of Lewis. And fifth tackle it is for Manly. You can see 35 metres out from the Penrith line. Monahan's kick is high. This is a tester for Wesser. They're coming through. Wesser waits. He's got the ball. Gets away from King. Hello, look out. Here comes Wesser. And tackled by Monahan.
The last two kick chases have been very poor from Manly. Again, Wesser, he had open space in front, not far from going 70 metres on his own.
Back to the 40. And another run from Rogers. Again, a wrap for this bench for Penrith. They're making a big difference today. The starting 13. They made an impression, but the bench players have carried on that effort. And will be played on tackle 4, 45 metres away from the Manly line. It's Pulatua. Prittis to the left with Gower. He's got them guessing today, Craig Gower. Now he decides to run. Hicks there with Hill, finished off by Witt. Close to the sideline. Nice tackle. Prittis is in at first receiver. Outside him is Campbell. It comes to Prittis. And now Campbell's the man who will supply the kick. He's sent the kick out looking for Lewis. Lewis and Pomeroy, they both go up. Lewis ends up with it. Kept alive. Swain away. With it is Waterhouse. Still the last tackle. Flick out the back for Lewis. Lewis trying to get the hands free. Loses the ball. And that's a changeover.
I was worried about that second kick.
Thought you'd say that.
He tried to get his foot to it. There was no one at home. The penalty for Manly. Look, 10 points is not unmanageable for Des Hasler at half-time. He won't be pleased about it, but it's not unmanageable. Strap yourselves in, folks. We're in for a great second half here. The home team will not lie down, I can guarantee you.
Well, that was an interesting one. Monahan had showed his hand that he was taking a quick tap. Simpkin says bring it back, and then he decides to go for the line. Monahan here, he's going to reef a high ball to finish the half. This one has got Campbell going back for it at full sprint on the boundary rope. He lets it bounce, and now he fields it and takes it over the dead ball line. John Lang removes the headphones. He'd be happy with the first half. His team's in front. It's a good one in 9 Sunday football. Penrith leading Manly by 16 points to 6. Stay with us, second half, other side of the break. The Panthers back out for the second half, and they've got a lead of 10 points in 9 Sunday football. 3 straight losses coming into today. Leading at half-time in games this year. It has happened on 5 occasions. They've gone on to win just 2 of those matches. So that's not all that impressive. But the brand of football they're playing today, that is what is impressive. Lewis, one of the try scorers from the half. In fact, he scored the first.
What does set the game up, Andrew, is that what I've seen this year, Penrith tend to be their best attacking football second half, whereas Manly defensively, that's where they've excelled.
Here come the Sea Eagles. And Michael Monahan, who set up their first try for Michael Witt. Remarkable story that he's been given basically 2 weeks to prove himself. Still unsigned. He thought last Friday week he was due to re-sign for 3 years. He remains unsigned. Let's go down to the sideline. Tim Gilbert with one of the injured Panthers.
Joe Nullarbaugh's with me. Joe, what did John Lang say at half-time?
Yeah, basically just to keep doing the things that we were doing in the first half, you know, just running hard, things that we've kind of been lacking the last couple of weeks, you know, and just to make the players off our big forwards and them going forward. So yeah, just make sure that we hold the ball and make sure we have the possession for the second half.
This could be a season-ending injury for you.
Yeah, I injured it against St George, and unfortunately for me, I played on the last week and kind of made it worse. So hopefully I'll get better next couple of weeks.
Thanks, Joe. All the best with the mate.
Thanks.
Ready for the second half. At 16 points to 6, the Panthers over Manly, and Michael Witt it is with a restart. Kicking it high and fielded on the run by Wesser, who turns and passes blind. Manly could come up with a ball. They could do more than that. Going back for it as Crossman. Well, that was almost a catastrophe.
I thought we got a Manly knock on first here, but has the referee seen it that way? Pass goes back inside from Wesser. Oh no, it definitely came off Luke Prittis.
But Wesser turned and passed with his back to the defenders rushing through.
That was the kind of play from Wesser 6 years ago.
Here come Manly. Witt away for Stewart, looking to get outside his man. Has Hicks going back infield. Got away from Wesser. Stood up Pulatua. Now Kite. He's 8 metres from the line. Good tackle by Swain. Also there was Prittis. Here's the start Manly were hoping for. Kennedy stands, offloads, back for Monahan. Away from Prittis. That may have been touched by Pomeroy. Penrith, they come up with the ball, do they? Manly still have possession. Well, no, Simpkins now says Pomeroy's got it.
Well, he knocked it on. He knocked it on. He got no call from his linesman there. That's a bad play.
Simpkins confused the players with that one cross when he was saying he's got it. He was running to take up a position as if Manly had the ball, and then he said, no, I meant he got it. It's Panthers' ball. And he ran to where Manly have to stand back for 10.
Just on that restart from Reece Wesser, that's the big change in Reece's game, is the fact that he has taken that big mistake out. We haven't seen something like that in the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Panthers are back to halfway. And Gower's going to kick for the corners again. This time it will be Donald going back. Stewart's back to the in goal. This one's gone. Over the dead ball line. And a 20-metre restart for Manly.
You'll be disappointed about that, Craig Gower. Before the game, he was out here for a good 20 minutes, just kicking balls into the in goal at either end, trying to see how hard he had to kick it to weight it. Nearly got that inch perfect. Just took one more roll.
So Manly with it, and this is Kite. It's been rugged up front, right from the opening minute today. Good battle. Dummy half, Dunley, and running is Watmo. He runs across field and then links up. It's good play from Manly. Hello, here goes Preston. Kennedy coming across. Preston Campbell's got a little too much toe, and he gets there for Penrith. He's stolen a try. The Panthers number 6.
I mentioned last week, I think I've seen more intercepts in 2005 in the first half of the season than I did all last year. And Preston Campbell gets another one. Ben Kennedy did his best. But if Preston Campbell hadn't have taken this one, then, well, Manly, they'd have gone close to scoring. Watmo did well to open up an overlap. Stevenson throws the pass. He had a quick man on the outside, but a quick man got in between.
Oh, Donald would have run and scored under the post. But look, these are the things that first-grade footballers need to know. And Stevenson needs to know that this man will not make the tackle, Campbell. When confronted 2-on-1, he will take the ball. He is like David Peachey. He is like Hazem El Masri. When they are confronted with 2 attackers, they will cajole you into thinking the pass is on, and then they will swoop. They will stick the hand out, and they will pull your pants down. And little Preston Campbell, out there bathing in the sunlight on the right-hand side of the field, suddenly found Manly streaming at him in possession, and just waited, picked him off, ran it the other way, fooled the crowd, and the Panthers have dodged a couple of bullets already early in this second half and set up a big lead for the home team to chase.
Campbell 8 metres in from touch, not his best kick. They've now posted 4 tries, 20-6, Tim Gilbert sideline.
Now, Ricky Stewart wouldn't have been happy with what he saw just then. Ben Kennedy went down on his right shoulder in chasing Preston Campbell. Des Hasler at half-time, he emphasised defence in the middle. You've got to stop Campbell, you've got to stop Wesser, you've got to stop Gower, otherwise you won't win.
We start a play with Michael Witt, deep to the corner, looking into the sun, Wesser. And this time it's a little more sure work there at the back. Wesser was just quick to pass and find Pulatua. None of this turning your back and throwing the 15-metre pass. Here's Crossman. 19 metres out from the Panthers line. Prittis a dummy half. And the runner this time is Rogers. Ran past Terry Hill. Sam Harris took over in defence. Now Prittis a dummy half outside the 30. This is Waterhouse. He's been good today, very strong. And he gets up to within 5 metres of halfway. The Panthers a good lead. It is 14 points. Prittis back. Gower positions himself inside the 40. He wants a 40-20. He's got it over Donald's head. Donald with desperation back for Stewart. And Stewart with the ball for Manly. And Panthers with a big chase.
He is a very underrated winger, Scott Donald. Scores a multitude of tries, and that was very clever to save his side some grief there. Luke Lewis, a swinging arm that missed Stevenson, fortunately for both men. as Donald again shrugs one off to take it to the 40.
Taken low by Waterhouse. So the dummy half goes Watmo. And now he puts that angle, then straightens up. Ricocheted off the attempted tackle of Priddis, which put him into the clutches of Crossman. And now Dunley takes off and not able to offload. Held in the tackle of Swain. And also there is Rogers. Last tackle with Manly. 45 metres out. Monahan kicks deep. Campbell back at right wing. Filtered on the full. Then takes off. Preston Campbell runs back.
That last kick from Craig Gower was also well organised. You so often see players kick from 41, 42 metres from their line. You think, well, if you could have gone back and got within that, all of a sudden a 40-20 is a possibility. Craig Gower made sure that that was the case and nearly came up with a huge play.
Lewis with a run from dummy half, and over the top came Harris. So there was Kite. Panthers up to halfway. Pulatua and Gower. Nice exchange with Rogers, and then on for Wesser, who was the man lurking on the inside. 5 metres inside the Manly half with Gower, and then back for Swain. And the defence just a little ragged there. Harris just hung out the arm. Last tackle. Penrith with it. And it's Gower who's going to put up the high kick. This isn't his best either. Maybe we should wait for a second kick. This time Manly make a play at the ball. It's come up into the arms of Lewis. They got another set of 6 tackles. 10 metres out from the line. This is massive pressure now on the home team. Gower burrows into the defence. Got away from Kennedy. He's only 2 metres from the line. Priddis dummy half. Set away to the left. Priddis with a dummy. Priddis tries to get there. Comes up short. Kennedy's there again for Manly. Played. Dummy half was Crossman. Ball on the bounce for Swain. This is Campbell. Cut out ball. He finds his man. That was Polroy. Away for Lewis. A step and a wave and he's over. He's got his second. Exciting rugby league from Penrith. That is their 5th try of the afternoon.
It's building and building and building. Priddis denied a try by half a metre. That was after a good probing run by Gower. The kick wasn't cleaned up by Michael Monahan, giving the opposition another set of 6. And Luke Lewis has looked very good on his feet this afternoon. Nice work from here from Swain and Preston Campbell, realising that they need to get the football out wide because that's where the opportunity was presenting itself. Some work to do.
He certainly did, but he's a try scorer, isn't he? They know how to find the line. Just watch the footwork here. No room to move. Players sliding across in his direction. Right foot. Lift the ball. Don't get it knocked out of your hands. Put it down safely. That's a good finisher's try. Just sustained pressure there from the Panthers. Plenty of possession. And they're playing their way back into form. You got the feeling after 15 minutes that they came here today to move the ball around and play themselves into form. Get all the bad thoughts and bad vibes out of their system. And they're just getting stronger and more confident as this game goes on.
He scored a couple of tries the last time these two teams clashed. He's matched it again today. Campbell on target this time. Look at the advantage for Penrith. They lead 26-6 in 9 Sunday football. And they've come up with 2 tries since half-time. Manly look up at the scoreboard and the margin is 20. And a high kick. West has put it down. West has come up with a drop ball. Really the only criticism of their second half performance. That's twice they've mucked up the kickoffs.
And that's a deliberate ploy there by Michael Witt and the Manly team, putting the high kick up so that the chasers can arrive as the ball's coming down. And Reece Wesser just had a little look at who was arriving.
Plenty of time left in the match for a Manly comeback. And with it is Terry Hill. He was going across field all the way, and Galea has shadowed him all day. Here's Hicks. And again, it's that number 3, Galea with a tackle. Dunley now.
Danny Galea watched the performance of Ben Smith last week in defence, and he's coming up with his own effort.
But Stewart with Michael Witt. All along with Monahan. They find Watmo. There's a great tackle by Lewis. Rarely have you seen Watmo handled like that this season. Infield they come. They're disorganised now, Manly with Kite. He got the ball flat-footed, looked right and left, and no one was running. That's 13 metres out from the Penrith line. Witt does a kick back across field. Priddis is there, doesn't get it. Comes back for Watmo. That's play on. This will be a Manly try. They want to check it. but Watmo is confident.
Well, I guess the only thing we can be checking is whether the men are onside, back to the left of Michael Witt. Didn't appear to be a knock-on from Brett Stewart. Kick goes up. Well, I guess they're probably the players we're looking at. The second man that I circled is definitely onside, and that's Brett Stewart, who contests the football. It bounces back to Anthony Watmo. The only thing there that I could question would be whether the man immediately to the left of Michael Witt is onside. I don't think there was too much drama.
Well, that was Watmo. I think we're going to get a quick decision here, which would mean a try.
And it is the start of the comeback.
Just what Manly needed. They were disorganised there too. What you're seeing from Manly here today is that they're not in their comfort zone. Normally, they get to the front and protect the lead with their great defence. They've built their season on defence. It's not often they've been 20 behind on the scoreboard. They really don't know how to get themselves back into the game with their attack. And at this time, with such a big deficit, they've really got to start to chance their arm. They're not in the comfort zone at the moment. One more try, though, will give them a little bit of belief.
It doesn't muck around with a kick. Successful from in front. 14 points the margin then after 51. Tim Gilbert sideline.
The worst thing we could do is write the Sea Eagles off. There's 30 minutes to go. They're aiming for their 10th consecutive win at Brookvale. If they win, they move into second place. If they lose, they could fall to fourth. Plenty to play for.
And Kennedy on screen. He will keep talking it up. Chris Hicks, the former Panther. Last time they clashed, 72-12 it was. Penrith over Manly, round 22 last year. And Waterhouse, he looked on restarting play. He's gone down the centre, and Manly are back for it with Monahan. And ready for Williamson. This is his first touch of the football in the match. And tackled 10 metres out. And now the try scorer, Watmo. Almost away from Pomeroy and finished off by Lewis and Priddis.
We talk about Chris Flannery's ability to play in so many different positions. So too Luke Williamson. I've seen him play wing, 5'8", second row. He slots in very nicely for Manly wherever needed.
Played a bit of hooker this year too. Played a bit of 5'8". Here's Menzies. Running wide, Menzies. He wanted someone inside. He pulls in the pass to himself. 15 metres inside their own half. Kennedy is running. He's getting close to that sideline. Ben Kennedy's over the sideline. Rooney in there. And that man Galea is there as well.
And a bit of backslapping there from the Panthers. They've been missing that too in previous weeks. That little bit of spirit, a little bit of playing for each other. They'll get up here and celebrate, tell each other how good they've done. It all helps. Might seem very, very basic, but you just never know what's going to be the thing that makes your team click.
It's good work again from Danny Galea. I'm impressed with these Penrith centres. That was the question mark coming into this season with Fadawira gone, Ryan Girdler retiring. Both Pomeroy and Galea have done well as a penalty goes against the Manly team. And more than one in the tackle with the ball coming loose.
And Penrith on the restart and just on this penalty have slowed it up a little bit, the play.
Still 27 to go. This is a big set of 6 in the game. This is a really big set of 6 for Manly. They have to turn the Panthers away here. And the Panthers will be thinking if they can score here, they just might break the Manly spirit.
There is 27 minutes remaining, 9 Sunday football. Swain says hello to the Brookvale turf. On a Williamson tackle with Watmo. 25 metres away from the line. This is Pulatua. Menzies there with Kennedy. And that is tackle 2, 19 from the line. Penrith in position. Priddis, they've got 5 tries today. Swain passes for Waterhouse. And Waterhouse trying to wriggle free of the tackle low of Monahan. 8 from the line. Gower in front of the Manly post. Pass wide with Galea. He's been great in defence. Now gets his chance with the ball. Hill this time. There to make the tackle. It's a real wrestle though. Hicks was lurking by and Witt had to finish off the tackle. Gower at dummy half. They pause to pass and then link up with Crossman. He's only 2 metres from the Manly line. Watmo throws Crossman to ground. Last play now for Penrith. Priddis, Gower gets the kick away, doesn't get it within goal. It was fielded on the full by Dunley. Manly back in possession. Dunley hurt.
Yeah, straight away Craig Gower motioned to the referee that there was a problem, but Dunley's up to play the football.
Stevenson. Manly 15 away. 3 tries so far in the second half in less than 15 minutes. Williamson that time into the Pomeroy tackle. Almost knocked on a dummy half there by Donald. He was looking to take off before he had control of the ball. With Monahan. On with Kite. He runs back towards where the ball was played and runs into trouble. So last tackle for Manly. They're 35 out from their own line. Penrith rushing up to put pressure on Monahan. It was Rogers. So Manly forced to run with Witt. Keeps it going along for Menzies. He's got Hill on his outside. He sends Hicks on the chase. Wes is back there. Wes fumbles over the sideline. Big result for Manly right there. In front of their fans, just over 14,000 here today.
Well, Penrith forced Manly to run the football. They raced up on the intended kicker. And Manly said, well, there's got to be something on out wide. Stephen Menzies summed up the situation perfectly. He was running out of time and space. Put the kick in, and Reece Wesser, who you've got to say, he's had a mixed afternoon, came up with the mistake.
Well, if they had a big set of 6 in defence at the other end of the field, they did so well. If they can capitalise now and have a great set of 6 down here and come up with points, it's been a huge turn in the game.
Monahan away for Witt. Again, Penrith looking to slow play down and getting to that scrum. 10 out from the line. Away goes Stewart. He's on the step. He's able to offload for Dunley. Dunley with a dummy. Push back in the puller to a tackle. Big numbers right. Inside ball for Kennedy. Kennedy stopped on the goal line. Manly right on the attack. 14 points down, but playing like they're only 2 down. It comes for Terry Hill. Hill was held up. Still only 5 from this Penrith line. Dummy half is Hicks. Monahan calls for the ball, doesn't get it. Hicks comes right across field. Tried to send up Pulatua. Surrounded by the troops of Penrith. And accepts the tackle 8 metres out from the line. Dunley there. He decides to take off. Then passes wide. With it is Witt. Steps off the left twice. Then stands. Now looking to stretch out. Wes has got his scores.
Try.
Witt's got his second try. He put out the extender arm to get it. 26-16. The comeback is in full swing.
Yeah, a bit touch dizzy after that one, Michael Witt. Looking to convert his own try, and a beautiful ball from Dunley. Hitting Witt out wide, he threw the dummy, stepped back inside, cuffed by Waterhouse. Gets rid of 2 further defenders. The last one is Reece Wesser hanging on, and with great presence of mind there, Michael Witt realised he could reach out, kept the ball under control. Storming home.
That's just perseverance. That's just willpower. That's desire. That's just having to get it done and coming up with the play necessary. Beautiful pass from Dunley to find Witt. Witt slices this through the post, and the Sea Eagles are back in the game.
Are they what? We've got a game of football on Channel 9 here on a Sunday at Brookvale, 26-18. 58 minutes gone. Witt has 2 tries. He has 3 goals. Personal tally of 14 points. Two more interchanges for the Panthers. Swain and Crossman. Pulatua on the bench. Plenty of time left in the contest. At 26-18. After they led 26-6. Waterhouse goes perfect in distance from the restart. Williamson with a run back.
And this is the stage of a game where mentally you start thinking of what kind of season you've had. Penrith had a big lead. All of a sudden the opposition are coming at them. We haven't played great. We're under pressure. We really need to win this game. Sometimes those kind of thoughts don't help. Manly, on the other hand, we know how to win football games. We've done it all season. Let's keep it going. We're a chance in this. We weren't early. Let's get home.
Dunley busy at a dummy half and got away from Gower for the 40-metre line. That was coming into today. Manly 3rd on the ladder. The Panthers 13th. Double the points tally of Penrith, the Manly team. Stewart elusive and then passed as he was falling. Hicks under pressure. He's going backwards. He's lost the compass. He continues to go across field. He's got it all the way to the centre of the park. 40 metres out from the line. Manly last tackle. Witt's going to kick. He's having a big afternoon, Michael Witt. This kick down for Wesser. Wesser on the run. He swerved left and right. And taken low by Menzies. And now Rooney out of dummy half. Gets over the 40-metre line. Lovely tackle there by Dunley.
He's reacted, John Lang. He's gone to the interchange bench. He's got his big guns back out there. Here's Ben Ross, the starting front rower. State of origin Queensland player. He said, get me big men out there, get some authority going again. There he is on the sideline, living and breathing every minute.
Pritchard, the other big man he's got out there with the ball now. Another hit up who started the match so well, Frank Pritchard. That time tackled by Witt. They work a short side play with Gower. His pass almost over the sideline. Rooney got his foot on the line when he picked it up.
You know, I reckon the Panthers deserve a penalty here. Shane Dunley didn't interfere with the play, but he affected the play. That's Dunley there. As Gower came down the short side, he had two Panther players in support, and he had a Manly player in Dunley retreating backwards, and he was fooled by Dunley and threw the ball past his own two players. Now, if I'm referee, I nearly give the Panthers a penalty.
Menzies away from the scrum. Tim Gilbert on the sideline.
That was very unlucky over here, Luke Rooney. We didn't think he put his foot into touch. There's a toothpick in it.
It's a big foot, bud. Have a look at it.
And now, with Hicks, they're making metres straight through the centre here, Manly. And now Dunley for Williamson, hoping to stand and offload, but Rodney there with Ross to end his run. It's high tension at Brookvale. Still a quarter of the game remaining. Monahan. There's been 4 tries since half-time. That time Priddis and Pritchard, the two Ps, with a tackle. At a dummy half again goes Dunley, looking to ignite them, and dropped there by Watmough. And Rodney comes up with a ball for Penrith. It's been that sort of day. The ebb and flow of this match.
Well, that's exactly the situation that Phil Gould pointed out earlier. That close to the line, the man on the outside receiving the football, he's got to get the pass to make it easy for him. Shane Dunley really took away the chance for Watmough to take that one comfortably.
Watching the Panthers players, they're doing it tough right at the moment. They need runs like this one from Wesser. Not too many players in position to take a run, and they're up now to tackle for. Clinton steadies that time to halfway. Kennedy with Watmough. The Origin players make the tackle. Priddis makes another 10. 35 metres out from the Manly line. Campbell in a dummy half for Gower. Gower runs and then kicks straight. Stewart will go back to it. He's got it to the in-goal, Gower, but can't pull it up. It's a 20-metre restart, Manly.
This is where the Panthers are going to reach on some reserves. And I don't just mean reserves of energy, I mean reserves of memory. In the last 2 years, they've played in some really big games. They've won grand finals, they've won finals. These fellas have graduated to representative football. They know how to go down to the back end in a tight game. They just haven't done it for a long time. They've got to reach back into those memory reserves and not panic, not protect their lead. Keep moving the ball, keep putting pressure on the opposition, not wait for Manly to come and get them.
Finders a man tackled there by Rooney. 5 short of halfway, Manly in possession. Dunley. He's going to make it hard. Oh, he got clipped as he was falling there in the Pritchard tackle. Dunley making it hard for Hasler to take him off at the moment. He's pivotal to all the attacking raids at the moment. Here is Monahan for Menzies. That may have been knocked down by Lewis. It's coming to the hands of Kennedy. Tackle count has restarted. Williamson away for Witt. Kept alive for Williamson. He's 35 away from the line. And Ross shuts down the run. Zero tackle. 31 metres out from the Penrith line. Penalty to Manly against Big Ben Ross. Watmough says, send him to the bin, sir. And the referee says no. Play on off the tap. Watmough with it. He's 21 metres along from the line. Watmough will get up and say, send him to the bin, sir. Referee says no.
Yeah, Ben Ross never got back to 10. Watmough keeps it going.
Takes the tap. He's tackled 10 metres out from the line. That time Swain in the tackle. Dunley. Momentum is with Manly. Here's Monahan. Monahan almost out. He's through the side. He goes over. He's an inspiration, this number 7 for Manly. I'll give him a contract. 26 to 22.
He's doing everything right, Michael Monahan. I don't know how Michael Witt scored the try before this one, but somehow Michael Monahan has got through more defenders than Witt was able to. There was nothing on. He went to the line. I know he's up against tired defenders, but he gets on the outside of Priddis, gets shrugged off. Wesser misses completely. And then Ben Rogers is unable to deny. Just really poor defence on line.
Well, in the first half of this game, Manly were forced to make 60-odd more tackles more than the Panthers. Now with a 50% possession flow in the second half, they're coming back into this one. And you've got to think, the Panthers have scored 2 lucky tries. The intercept to Campbell and the double kick in the first try of the game. Other than that, Manly have probably played the better football to get within 2, Michael Witt, to lift the 14,000 crowd here at Brookvale. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker all go up as one.
There they have. Look at all those candles out there. 26 to 24. Stay with us. We take a break on 9 Sunday football. The championship round of this match. Still to the game down. The last 10, and Manly have kept the pace up. A Sunday afternoon of football at Brooky. Where else would you want to be? As Manly and their wounded skipper, it must be said, Monahan, he's been in pain after scoring that try, but ready to take the first run from the restart. It was 26 points to 6. They have scored 3 straight tries. You can see the pain for Monahan there.
And if they win, Bossy, it will be their biggest ever comeback from 18 down against the Roosters in 1997. So what are we talking there? 8 years ago since Manly has come from behind by this far to win a football game.
Dunley inside, Kennedy goes straight through. He's on the march. Here come Manly. There is Stewart. There's 4 tries in a row. They're in front. The crowd has gone up. Maroon and white everywhere here at Manly. 28-26. Keep it coming, baby.
Well, how he's not doing somersaults, Des Hasler, I'll never know. I guess he realises there's still 14 nail-biting minutes to come. Again, up the middle, the same way we saw Rhys Wesser score. We freeze it there. You can just see that this man coming across hasn't got the speed to cover up the middle of the ruck. And as play continues, Ben Kennedy slices through. If you want a support player looming up, you want it to be the number 1 for Manly. He's got a remarkable try-scoring record going here at Brookvale this season, and he continues it this afternoon.
What about this bloke, Ben Kennedy? Hasn't he made a difference to the Manly club? He's come here when they're looking to get out of the cellar. He's not only done that, he's bypassed everyone, and he's taken them up into the top 4 on the back of attitude, defence, self-belief, mateship. Look at them all running to congratulate the try scorer. There they go, 4 in front.
Another 2 for Michael Witt. This crowd has been whipped up into a frenzy here at Brookvale. There's 13 remaining. And 6:30 tonight, the final moments before the big performance. But will our celebrities be up to scratch? There are more surprises in store on Celebrity Circus. 6:30 tonight on Channel 9. And this is every bit as entertaining as any circus, let me tell you, here at Brookvale. Penrith, they're down by 4. And Manly, they're all bigger, they're all stronger, they're all faster now. 30-26. Tim Gilbert sideline.
For 60 minutes, you could not hear the crowd. Now you cannot hear yourself. They're going for 10 in a row. By the way, Gus, just spoke to the candlestick maker. He said to say hi.
Wax all over his hands. Been busy today. 30 points to 26. Dunley flung the ground in the tackle of Pritchard. It's been a controversial week from Dunley, but he has really made his mark in this game today. Kennedy running at Swain. Last tackle for Manly. Monahan. Witt. He will kick from just inside halfway. Keeps it low on the ground. Campbell back at right wing. He's with the ball. Scored an intercept try in the second half. And that is 29 metres out from the Penrith line on tackle number 1. And straightened up there with Pomeroy. And finished off in the tackle there by Kite. Kennedy was low. He's lifted the work rate. He's in the centre of all the action at the moment. He's there again.
Yeah, Gus was talking about the memory from Penrith to win football games. Well, Kennedy and Stephen Menzies are invaluable out there in these kind of situations for the Manly team. They are inspiring everybody behind them as Rhys Wesser loses the football.
Ben Kennedy knocked that out. That was a huge play. Ben Kennedy knocked that ball out. You'll see his little left pinky's come in the other side, pushed the white ball out, and then he turned around to the referee and said he dropped it, he dropped it.
Well, if you can have a ball pushed out by a pinky, your security's not good enough.
Another pinky got him, don't worry about that.
32 tackles for Ben Kennedy and top of the count for Manly today. Sea Eagles on halfway. And with it is Hicks. He runs into plenty of trouble there. Pritchard and Rodney. 41 metres from the Penrith line. Manly in possession and leading by 4. And Kite got the knee a little as he got to Prittis there. He braced for the tackle. 30-26. There's still 11 minutes remaining. Kennedy's got them going left with Monahan on for Stewart. Stewart's got plenty of runners to pick from. This is Stevenson. He's only 12 from the line. Wave after wave from Manly, the Sea Eagles. Monahan, here's another wave, and up comes Frankie. He got away from Pritchard. Monahan, tough as teak, kept alive. Williamson on from the 10-metre line. Now Kennedy. Somebody's got to stop the Manly runners. And this time they have. The tackle there of Ross on Dunley. Last tackle. 5 from the line. Monahan. It's been knocked down. It's been knocked down by Rodney. Not played at, says Simpkins. Still the last tackle. Williamson gets a left footer in. And Campbell back for it. So Penrith on the first tackle, 15 out from their line.
And looking at the body language again of Penrith, they are really struggling with the pace of the game now. So hard to stop momentum in matches. It's like trying to put your finger in the dike and stop the torrent.
Wesser from dummy half, still the scorer of a slashing try in the first half. They are screaming out for a bit of individual brilliance right now, the Panthers. Here's Ben Ross. And taken low in the tackle of Dunley and Menzies. This is 42 metres away. Pritis, at least they're in an attacking zone now with Waterhouse. It's been a while, 30 metres out, last tackle. This becomes one of the biggest plays. Randall ready to come back on for Manly. They come to the right. Pomeroy has slipped a pass. Lewis has already got 2 tries. He kicks back to centre field. It's hit the post. Manly still come up with a ball.
Oh. What about that? Great awareness there by Manly. There were a lot of players screaming back there to cut it off. It hit the upright, but they had players everywhere. Whatever the bounce was going to be, there was a Manly Sea Eagle there to pick it up.
Shane Dunley, he was the player who got back there to dive on the ball off the post. He's now been replaced by Randall. They've still got 5 interchanges as they head into the final 9 minutes of the game. The Panthers with 4. Last tackle here for Manly. And a chance to kick from inside the 40. Monahan goes over the 40 and drives it straight down the centre. West has got a bit of room here. Randall's the first man chasing through. West is looking for open space. On the outside of Witt. Gets it back to the 40. Terry Hill in strife at the moment for Manly. He's got a groin problem, we're told. Here is Rooney to halfway. And Penrith with Wesser. On with it now is Galea. But not at full throttle. Kennedy there with Williamson. Terry Hill replaced for Manly. They've got Sam Harris out in the centres. They come with Swain. And there is Rogers on for Pomeroy. Pomeroy dribbles a pass out. Penrith with Lewis got to the ball. Touchy had a great view of it, said play on. And here is Swain inside the 30 for Penrith. There is 8 minutes remaining. 4 points the difference. Penrith in possession. They're the team down. And Gower's gone very high to the wing of Hicks. Hicks bats it over the dead ball line.
Smart play. Smart play. Good work there by Hicks. Former Panther. He knows he's up against Rooney. He'd have been thinking about those crossfield kicks all week. He would have known that Rooney had the march on him. He's hurt himself in knocking the ball dead. Came down awkwardly on his leg, maybe cramp. But good play there by Chris Hicks. I don't mind that at all. That's a lot of respect for the test winger Rooney and his ability to leap above him.
And it looks as though Luke Williamson will slot into that centre position inside Chris Hicks. Sam Harris has been pushed back into the ruck area.
Well, I don't know that they can hold the game up while Chris Hicks is down. He's not affecting the play. Big set of 6 here.
Little stalling tactics we've just seen from Manly there. Wesser for Waterhouse to run back. Waterhouse picks out his man. That was Kite. He bounced away from Kite. He'll play it on tackle 1. 35 metres out from the line. 7 minutes remaining here at Brookvale. What a week of rugby league it's been. Tight finishes. Pritchard with it. He's inside the 30. He's almost through the Menzies tackle. Now 20 metres away. Had hold of a leg there, Menzies. Referee Simpkins kept the whistle away from the mouth. Here's Campbell along for Wesser. Wesser's only 15 from the line. 7 remaining at 30 points to 26. 3 tackles remaining in this set. Now with Gower. He had Rogers on the inside. He's allowed to run. Craig Gower. He's over the top of Menzies. He stands in the tackle of Stewart. He's held up so close to the goal line. Pritis may have a little dash at them from dummy half. He looks up at the support on the right. He passes for Rogers. Rogers kicks. It's bounced up. It's with Watmo. Watmo's away from Manly. He puts the head down. Gets over the 20. And thrown to ground in the Pomeroy tackle.
Well, there's an origin play for you. Deliberately stopped the football with his foot. Got the bounce and picked up 20 metres. That could be one of the biggest plays of the game.
It wasn't the last tackle, the kick from Rogers. As Kennedy works forward for Manly. He's back to the 40. Now it's 6 minutes remaining. 30 to 26. This is Harris. They've switched Williamson out into the centres. A reminder, the footy show on Thursday. And former great Parramatta halfback with a new star, Tim Smith. Sterlo and Smith. Another fine game from Tim for Parramatta last night, as here is Monahan, kicks over the head of Campbell. He put a hand up, he certainly tried to play at it. He went all the way back to his own goal line. So they start the set 5 metres out from their own line. Lewis at dummy half for Wesser. Wesser is trapped, still 5 out. Still Panthers coming back onside.
Still 11 Panthers coming back onside.
Lewis has to run. Lewis, he's over the 10. Williamson gets him with Hicks. And that is tackle number 3. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Dunley sent his last play for the day. Now Waterhouse trying to work out of trouble. Williamson there to make the tackle with Hicks. Tackle 4 on the 20. 4 points is the margin. Here is Gower. He runs it. He passes for Rodney. And Rodney taken low in the tackle of Randall. Last tackle. No dummy half. Prentice gets there. Gower's going to be forced to kick. He needs a big one. He's got it off the boot, but Stewart's waiting for it. Fields it. 15 metres out.
Yeah, good positional play there from Brett Stewart. He knew that the 40-20 was the big danger facing them, and he got over in a position to make sure that that was nullified.
So no fan can rest easy just yet. Watmo, he's finishing this game even stronger than he started. He's back to halfway. And the quick play the ball for Randall. They roll forward with Kennedy. Kennedy back for Harris. Oh, somebody try and stop him. Harris passes out. Donald gets to the corner. And Manly have completed a remarkable comeback from 20 points down. And Des Hasler can't crack it for even the slightest smile. But inside, his heart is beating like a drum.
I'll tell you what, some of the fans here, they have witnessed something quite incredible this afternoon. They were gone. Well, they looked gone. The scoreline said they were gone, but the self-belief, that didn't allow them to think that way. And Ben Kennedy, another beautiful inside ball here to Sam Harris. Tired defence. The big man got rid of the cover. Inside pass. A big fend into the chest of Pomeroy. He had 3 unmarked on the inside, 1 on the outside. He went to the quickest of them. Scott Donald, over again.
This is magic. And this is the sort of win. You know, I know they've had a great season up until now, but everyone's waiting for the bubble to burst. Everyone's waiting for the day that they go back into the routine of losing games and lacking self-belief. At 26-6, they had a reason to think it wasn't their day. They had 20 reasons to think it wasn't going to be their day. But they refused to buckle. And what they've now done is said to all their supporters here today and all you watching home on TV, we're serious here. We believe in ourselves. There is nothing beyond us. It's been a sensational comeback.
What about Penrith? 4 wins now from 12 matches. That's tough in itself, but coming off a loss like this, it's going to take some major coaching from John Lang to get them in the right frame of mind as Michael Witt nails it.
That's icing on the cake. And it's a big cake too that the fans can consume this afternoon. This equals the 8th biggest comeback of all time. That's how big it is, from 20 points down.
Well, there's plenty of time to do a post-mortem. Look at Benny Kennedy there with the fingers in the air. You know, he's not the sort of bloke that was going to go from Newcastle to Manly and just take out a pension contract. People were saying, oh, he's probably past his best. Well, maybe he is, but he's still got a lot to offer on the score of toughness and experience. And what he's brought to these fellas is belief. He was going to come here and turn this Manly club around, and he's done it.
Well, how good's that going to be? Friday night to kick off round 13, Roosters and Sea Eagles at Aussie Stadium. We've got it for you next Friday night, 8:30. And here is Harris. And we now know that Manly can win from anywhere. Harris got a ball away, and it's over the sideline. Donald was flying again. 56-26. Terry Hill icing the groin.
See, there has been improvement from the Panthers this afternoon, there's no doubt about it. But you can't turn good form on and off like a tap. It takes time. They've shown improvement today. They've got to build again and show improvement next week. Last week was disappointing. You know, they're probably going to be heartbroken they led and lost, but they are better than they were last week. And if they can get better again next week and the week after, then maybe the wins will come.
They have the Eels as their opponents next Sunday. The traditional local derbies in our competition. Penrith with the kick for line. We'll have that game for you next Sunday as well. 2 great clashes on Channel 9. Here is Rodney running outside the 20.
Stand up.
It was 16-6 at half-time. It jumped out to 26-6 inside 10 minutes of the second half. And now have a look at it. At 36 to 26. Remarkable competition, remarkable game. Pritis for Gower. Gower on for Campbell. Campbell finds Waterhouse, deserves a try, has worked hard. Back for Rogers, flicks it out the back door. It comes there for Campbell. And Campbell is 5 from the line. Had a feast of tries, 11 in all today. Here's Lewis on for Gower. There is Pritchard. He needed one more runner. He was trying to pass. He's lost it forward. Williamson with it. And Manly have control of the football and control of this game. Hicks from dummy half. We mentioned it a couple of times today. The last time they clashed, Penrith won by 72 to 12. A 60-point win. Today, at the end of 80 minutes, we have seen 62 points scored. We have seen 11 tries scored. We've seen one team come back from 20 points down, equaling the 8th biggest comeback of all time since the competition started way back in 1908. A marvellous afternoon of rugby league, and Manly emerge as 10-point winners, 36 to 26, and advance to 18 competition points. And Penrith stuck on 8 on a day when it was looking so good after 50 minutes of play. Big crowd here again as well. Let's go down to Tim Gilbert with our Chic Quattro man of the match.
Yeah, the $1,000 man of the match is Ben Kennedy. Ben, how do you feel after that comeback?
Yeah, pretty good, mate. It's great, 10 in a row here. You know, there's a big crowd. We didn't want to let them down. We're playing pretty ordinary in the first half, so it was a great effort to hit back.
Is that a sign of the quality of this team?
Yeah, yes and no. You know, we shouldn't be starting so bad. You know, we had nothing out there in the start. No atmosphere and no lift. And, you know, the way we came home is pleasing.
Finally, how's the body, mate? A big week for you. We have a warm bath.
Oh, yeah, it's not too bad, you know. I feel all right.
$1,000 from Chic Quattro, congratulations. Here's your State of Origin teammate, Anthony Watmo. Anthony, how are you, mate? It's been a big week.
Yeah, it's been a big week, you know. The boys really dug deep out there, so it took a lot out of us, but, you know, we're going to take a lot out of this game.
Local boy, you enjoyed that comeback.
Oh, mate, the crowd was into us, you know. They pumped us up that much, so it's just good to get one for them.
Congratulations, mate. Have a good night.
Thanks, mate. You too.
Remarkable, isn't it, Peter? A day like this, it's the biggest ever comeback in the history of the Manly club.
Well, we've seen some great performances from Manly here since 1947, but this one really tried up there with the best of them. Don't forget, they trailed 26 points to 6, 30 unanswered points against a team that took out a premiership only a couple of seasons ago. A wonderful effort from the Manly team, who never lost any self-belief. Michael Witt got a double. Watmo, Monahan, Stewart and Donald all crossed the tries. Lewis, Wesser, Rogers, Campbell got the tries for the beaten side. The good news for the Manly team is that they've now put themselves in a position where they've only got to win probably 3 or 4 matches to assure themselves of a playoff position. And at the beginning of the season, if you'd have said that halfway through the season, you'd have said, well, they've exceeded expectations. Been a great comeback, 36-26. Tremendous effort here in front of a big crowd at Manly, and you can bet your life after this kind of performance, there'll be plenty more people coming to Brookvale for their next performance. Thanks for your company. We'll leave you now and go straight to National 9 News.